Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not pressed with making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just where I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real.
Click, clack, chart stack, bagging up them profits. Live stream flowing, keyboard slamming, never stop it. Tradesharpe on the rise, make them Wall Street nervous. Big account, buying lobsters at that lavish surface. Cash flow quick, lobsters in the mix. True hustle on display, never miss a click. Dollar signs, live streams, making waves. In the market game, riding high like trade. Crypto, Forex, indices all aligned. Tradesharpe stunning, pockets full, feeling fine. Few account common, gains up in the skies. Every trader banger, never seeing demise. Cash flow quick, lobsters in the mix. True hustle on display, never miss a click. Dollar signs, live streams, making waves. In the market game, riding high like trades. Crypto, Forex, indices all aligned. Tradesharpe stunning, pockets full, feeling fine. View account climbing, gains up in the skies. Every trader banging, never seeing demise. Cash flow quick, lobsters in the mix. True hustle on display, never miss a click. Dollar signs, live streams, making waves. In the market game, riding high like trades. Got that Midas touch, turning trades to gold. Fans watching all, stories being told. Broker fees no bother, wealth and ride the fold. Tradesharpe living large, lobsters never cold. Cash flow quick, lobsters in the mix. True hustle on display, never miss a click. Dollar signs, live streams, making waves. In the market game, riding high like trades.
From a green dot, never had no limit, but I had some Reeboks. Keep it humble, but the fees not in the game, no free spots. But I earn what's mine, nothing less, I'ma shine.
Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip and tag. On the internet, we only do that. See, I've been a threat, end up in a bed. Thought you knew that when I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS, need a life.
Good morning all. Yes sir, yes sir. Hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. Happy Tuesday to everyone. Let me see how all systems go. Everything does look like it is working here. And yeah, let's get it. Do the analysis and get into it. And make sure our lobsters are not cold. That's the way, man. So yeah, let's get it. Morning. Morning all. Let's go. So we start off here classic, man. We're going to start off with the news, see what we got going on for today. We are clean for London. In NY, you do have to bit of jolts and PMI. That's about it for today, to be honest. We do have one of the FOMC members speaking at 5 p.m. They've marked it as a yellow folder, but hey, with Trump's speeches about, not speeches, but rumors coming out about the tariffs here, it is giving a big impact to the markets. Obviously, with yesterday, huge dollar strength, dollar weakness. We saw GBP JPY strength, and we saw as well some gold weakness here. If you were to look at the Dixie, you'll see how that was just a big boy move towards the downside here. So let's go ahead and do the analysis and see what's going on the charts, and then we take it from there. Starting on the daily time frame for GJ, obviously closing bullish after that yesterday's massive push throughout all sessions except for New York. New York actually kind of, you can call it somewhat range / exhaustion pullback. Asian Open doing business. Asian Open did business. We saw Asian Open here. What did we do in Asian? Like an 89 pip push in Asian, which is extremely decent for Asian. And it has been quite decent in Asian session, even from last year towards the end of the year. So it has been quite decent. So we have previous daily closing bullish, and we do now have a 4-hour candle closing bearish. This is the first 4-hour candle since back here, basically a couple of hundred pips away, that we are closing bearish. Does this mean we're going to reverse? I mean, technically we have tapped this previous zone here, which is kind of like this zone in here. It could make somewhat sense to see some sort of reversal from here, but it's not like an obvious thing, it's more, does price action want to form in that? 1 hour doesn't even have like I would say a proper change of structure. Yeah, we do have a weakness pattern, but this could just end up being a pullback pre-session to continue buys bullish. So we'll have to see how price action forms. I wish we had actually some sort of structure here that we could look for price to basically form some sort of zone that we could look, let's say there was like a little support here in the past, then we can look for sells below that support, etc. So initially here, sells can make sense leading towards the downside. Right now it seems like we're reacting off this previous level from the past year, so I feel like sells would make sense below here, since we're reacting off that 30-minute for now. It was also a previous 15-minute, a little bit lower. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark this, and I guess this is going to be our selling zone. So for the buys to make, oh, why did that happen? Let's go bring it back. Oh, I put a line at 15. Damn, that sucks. How am I supposed to get that line? You know how far 15 is? Oh no, it didn't. It wasn't there. Okay, no problem. So yeah, I don't think sells would make sense before this. Of course, below here with a closure could give us opportunities back to retest before, maybe even further buys, right? We could see this even still continue, make some sort of higher low, maybe even here. That's the threat we play here, but we do have that 4-hour candle to give us some sort of conviction that, hey, there is a resistance form. So ideally, what would be beautiful actually is to see a little wick come back, retest here, then close below. This will give me confidence that price does not want to continue up. If buys are going to play out, we will see more price action. I don't feel this is big enough range, depending on candle closures. 8, 9 pips. I don't feel like it's enough, to be honest, especially on 30-minute, but we'll see how the price action forms inside of there, and then we'll take it from there. So looking at gold here on the other hand, very volatile day yesterday on gold. We had this news come out. This was Trump news pushed up here. We spoke about in NY the potential of changes of structure giving us a move down. On futures, it was very clear that close. Look at the close on futures. It was a very clean close on futures, which this week I have a video coming out about comparing and explaining to you guys, because I get that question a lot, so that you have to look forward to. But now what we did is we basically retraced the whole move, basically late session to Asian session. We're back to where we were in that news event. So all it did is kind of pull back, nasty little liquidity grab. You can imagine the amount of people that bought based off this weekly support, right? They probably bought off this weekly support. They put stop loss below here, and then this nasty liquidity grab comes, which is a big boy liquidity grab, That's like 120 pip liquidity grab, and then continues the move towards the upside. And I was looking at this move and it was just really tough. Like even 5-minute time frame, look at 5-minute, like where you're going to enter. Like the 5-minute candles close bearish. This, if you're entering on, let's say this 5-minute candle, which I don't agree with, your stop loss is 100 pips, which is like nuts. You're like, okay, I need a smaller stop loss, you know. And this candle comes is already 60 pips here. So some crazy moves, definitely some crazy moves. So now where we've landed is, obviously we've landed the daily candle, not obviously, but the daily candle has still respected this daily resistance, right? And this is what's super interesting, is that we're closing above this zone here. So this could lead, remember yesterday we were talking about the potential higher low being made on the daily time frame for gold to continue up. We still haven't formed that with a bullish candle, but we're starting to see signs, especially if this daily candle is going to close bullish. We can see that this daily candle could even make its way back up to this daily resistance, and we see it just as a, what I call like a fill candle, where we get the rejection liquidity and then the next candle fills, right? Especially when we start breaking the high, it's higher probability of that. If we're looking at 4-hour time frame, it supports the case of those buys. We're seeing 4-hour candles break above this structure here. We're seeing them close above structure. Ultimately, we have a mixed bias, but with 2 4-hour candles closing a bullish, yeah, buys do look good as well. So if sales are going to make sense, we'll investigate that on lower time frames, of course. So looking at the 1-hour time frame here, you know, we are stuck at this big boy 1-hour resistance, which we're going to bring back to the charts. Something like that. So we are stuck at this 1-hour resistance here. We need to see how we contend at that 1 hour. 30-minute is going to be the same. 15-minute probably will be higher. Yeah, 15-minute is higher. So realistically, I wouldn't mind buying with a retest somewhere. Somewhere with a retest would be perfect, to be honest. If we were to just come down and then start to make our way towards the upside, that would be perfect. So yeah, if we can get a pullback, where's my draw? Pullback structure, boom, take buys. Now buys above here, let's see how price action forms. It's a tighter range than I would like to be trading, but with a 1 hour and 30-minute close, it's doable. It is doable. It is 28 pips, so we can try to play 28 pips and then see what happens at this resistance. But it's obviously going to depend on closes and stuff like that. More importantly, what's more important here is basically the fact that we have already pushed out of this range. So I don't want to just trade pure continuation without some form of consolidation, which we're looking like we're trying to form right now. We are forming some form of a pullback, which is going to be healthy for us. Now, sales, I'm struggling at the moment, but one thing that would be extremely juicy is, and a lot of people might miss out on this, is just to replicate yesterday's move. If I see this come up here, wick, we see a wick and then close back in the range and start to get below this zone like yesterday, it's going to be a replication. Although we don't have the same huge LTA, we do have a nice LTA. We could at least replicate that there and potentially even be pretty, you know, tricky here and trade both directions, meaning that you can catch the sells down to here. If it changes structure from here, you can look to catch the buys back up as well. And you know, it kind of will work in both directions with the mixed bias today. So that pullback could just be temporary. If it pulls back straight now without the structure, let it do so. We have time in the session, and that will lead us into doing what? That will lead us into potentially taking better buys from a more of a discounted price, right? So that's what I'm looking on gold and GJ. Last pair today is going to be DAX. DAX yesterday did successfully break out the range with the news. So let's go ahead and see how the daily has ended up closing. Daily has ended up closing very, very positive here in terms of breaking out of this daily consolidation, looking like it might want to fill the wick first and then potentially come back up to here. 4-hour time frames is creating a bit of weakness here in the chart. So what I mean by that is you can see 4-hour time frames are just closing very weak, very boring, bearish here. Not giving us good conviction of supports being created. I would have loved to see the 4-hour actually flip here. It didn't take much to do it and close somewhat bullish. Will give us a perfect little bullish bias here. and give us that kind of like continuation play. So looking at lower time frame right now, we're in some sort of consolidation range. The obvious positions would be, I mean, technically with mixed buy sells could make sense, but see this liquidity zone, liquidity. Wonder if that's 5 minute there. Yeah, we're probably going to extend it down to here. I think sells would only make sense below these liquidity wicks here. Looking for sells below there today because it is technically still mixed bias. And then for the buys, I would be happy above the highs here. Above the highs would make sense. We'll have a look at the plans in the group in a minute, see if it aligns, and then we'll take it from there. So yeah, that's the plan for today, guys. Pretty straightforward. We are working on that pullback, and we'll see what ends up happening. So perfect, guys. Appreciate everyone showing up to the analysis. Hope you guys enjoyed the analysis and everything is loud and clear. If you did, you know the drill. Can we leave a like on the stream? 200 of us in here. Get the likes to 100. I would appreciate it. Goal this year is to get the stream to 1,000 viewers. So it's been a goal. It's kind of just like a number that I would have always loved. We have over close to 500 streams now, which is quite proud of, to be honest, to be able to show up live every day for over 500 days, guys. That's a pretty cool thing to do, you know. So any support is appreciated, and look forward to trading today. Let's see what we get. Hopefully we cook something nice. That pullback on gold, we are cooking here, so looks like we might be able to take the buy opportunity, you know. Might be able to take that buy opportunity. We're not too far off. How many pips is it? Like 20 something pips? 18 pips. And after 18 pips, once we start to create support, see how the 5 minute formed in here. Yeah, we want this to push a smoother down here just to give us easy way back up. Now, if gold was to turn around, what I mean by turn around is actually start to dump today, like we don't see any signs of relief, we could entertain selling below this type of zone here on the 15 minute. But I really feel like if we're gonna dump, I rather see this and then take an earlier sell rather than having to sell ultimate lows. But let's see. Music volume is fine, guys. There's a 4-hour support there for sells. I'm not worried about that 4-hour support. This one here, I'm not worried about. Well, this one here, it's enough room. This one here, yes, but the one above, no. The one below here, yes, I have it marked as a yellow line. But this one here, I'm not worried about. It's not going to bother me, this... the one above. The yellow line, yeah, but that could be your break-even zone. You know? You can look. If you start to see heavy reaction from there. It's a notch. It is a notch. But yeah, this would be, of course, a zone of interest. Notches on 4-hour are more important as it's a 4-hour time frame. So you can get resistance from there. But by the time we get there, I think it's going to be like plus... see how much, plus 15-16 pips already, so that's how it is. Morning, Harry. GY selling. Oh, what are you trading? GY sounds interesting. You mean GJ? I think GJ, it's potential. Yeah, we'll have to see in 8 minutes we get the close here, so we will see. It's a potential for sells. For me, I want to see the close first. Hopefully it doesn't go without. But my rules today was going to be a sell below the 15. So I need to see in 8 minutes, which will also be the 1-hour close. So that will give me more confidence seeing a 1-hour close. I'll also get a 30-minute close. All below that resistance that we've been rejecting this morning. Show us your entry strategy. Watch stream. You'll be able to see that. If you're really interested to see them back to back, then type exclamation or check the description. There's a journal in there. You can see my history from 2023 trades I've been taking live from entry, exit, and TP live on stream from 2023. So a lot of data in here, all the way. You have the whole of 2024. I put this on my Instagram story. This is every single trade taken in 2024 during London session. Every trade. On stream, of course. Right? There was some trades we taken on the exclusive group and stuff. Especially New York. All the trades were taken in exclusive. I did stream New York once. But all the trades here, which is really, really nice. It's a huge resource, this. Music is perfect. Great. Thank you for that. Because maybe it sounds loud for you, but not loud for me. So I just ask. Wouldn't expect it to change, but who knows. Morning, sir. Happy New Year to you. Same to you, brother. What is entry price? We don't know yet because the candle has not closed. Depending on how the candle will close, we will know. Buys above, sells below on DAX pretty much, but there's my sells will come below the liquidity zone. So it will come a little bit lower than maybe where you were expecting. But wait for Frankfurt open minimum. $20.25, yes sir, let's go. Below 1 hour support on DAX, let's have a look. 1 hour support. Yeah, you're right, actually, there is a 1 hour support here. That's well spotted. Good job. Good job, good job. So yeah, probably that. I want to have a look at the plans while we're waiting here. Let's see. Retrace deeper here, more structure. Okay, yep, that follows kind of the plan there. Close for buys, okay. Set up 2 sets 5, yep. Change of structure, close below for sells, yep. Pullback buys, only option I see, mixed session. Yeah, I think there's only other option is like a tight buy above there, but it's very tight. Sells below there, buys above there. Yeah, keep it simple, I guess. The sells might play out here in 5 minutes, we'll see. Sells can look at forms follow set 5, agreed. We need that change of structure would be good. Sells below there. Alright. Everyone's planning these sells here. Yes. I like this. I think you can buy to the 1 hour though. You can buy to the 1 hour if it's a clean close. Yep, below the wicks. Yes. Yeah, but the cells, we needed some sort of structure formation, so keep that in mind. Also for the buys. Alright, cool. And I'm experiencing high spread. Let's see what spread is doing right now. Seems pretty good for me. Gold is pretty high actually. Anyone? What's you guys' gold spread? Gold is pretty high. I'm on 2 pips on gold. Yeah, gold is pretty high. FTMO 4.3. Yeah, that's tough to trade, man. That's tough to trade. I don't want to see this close any deeper. Maybe we can get a top wick entry on the 1 hour. It's a 1 hour close, so I do want a decent top wick. Because since we're pushing down deep, SL placement will be above the 899. Tap key level? Which key level? 500 is until here. So we'll see what ends up happening. Harry, most people say trading is a scam and no one can be profitable as a trader. Someone told me that they need to do live streaming if they're really profitable. What do you think about this? So you're asking, do they need to live stream if they're really profitable? I think live streaming is the way to show that you're profitable, because I'm here trading live in front of people. It's very, very tough for me if I didn't know what I'm doing to show up here daily and do this, not for a couple of weeks and get lucky, but since 2023. It's not an easy task. I get hate for it. I get all this stuff. Like, sometimes it's not enjoyable, but at least it shows I know what I'm doing on the charts. So I don't think that really works. Apart from people showing up, let's say to sell maybe a service or something like that, or maybe launch a product like I have, you know, Pip Labs and stuff like that. That's just an extra source of income, and I don't think that's a bad thing, especially when I enjoy trading with people. I rather trade with people around me than by myself. Otherwise, I simply could not do this for this long. Like, it's just not possible. You know? Like, think about it. If you think about it, like, it would be extremely tough for me to show up every single day, right? If I didn't enjoy trading with people around. Alright, check this rejection wick. This is quite an interesting rejection wick. I don't know if we can attempt the wick fill or not. This is going to be an interesting call. I think this will depend on the next candle's top wick, which has kind of made a decision for us so far. Because if we got a deeper top wick, I would trust this wick fill here. I would trust this wick fill. So what's another entry we can do? We are rejecting this 5-minute support, but it could just be a reaction. We have a lot of higher time frames supporting sells. We have 1 hour bearish now. We have 30-minute bearish now. 15-minute bearish. Top wick looks like it is coming here, so we'll see how this forms. We'll see how it forms. Alright, gold back at the level we wanted to look for structure here for buys. So if structure can form here for buys, start to go ahead with that idea. If we take break of lows, how big is the stop loss there? 17 pips to get to here's 23. It's quite big range we have to fill. Let's see how the 5 minutes form in here. If we could get a little 5-minute candle bullish, the next one bearish, looking better. Because we have to be careful of this rejection. If it made this top wick that it's making now first and then flipped, yeah. If it did this first, which is kind of what I was hoping, like maybe made a small bottom wick and then flipped up first, then you take it on the flip, is nice. Harry, did you look at the market during the holidays? Periodically, not much to be honest, just here and there. They were closed a lot of the days. Break of low makes sense, it does, but you have to remember the ranges are a little bit smaller. So to get almost a 1-to-1, you're expecting it to retrace the whole move right now. So 1-to-1 is maybe somewhere here. How often do you trade, Harry? Whenever there's a setup, I take a trade. That's how it works. I know previous 5 hour on GJ is bearish, but overall it's bullish, isn't it? Yes. But we could retrace some of that move because remember we've been pushing very heavy, right? So we could retrace back to here. That leads for buys a little bit later. But that's also coming to my point that we want to be careful trying to look for a massive move down because at any time it could flip that bullish bias, right? Because this daily is definitely not bearish, right? Look at this daily. Like if you look at this daily and say, okay, where is this next daily candle gonna go? Well, most likely it's gonna go to daily resistance, just based on daily. But for a session, could we see a little retest? Yeah, we could of course see a little retest. But to see that retest, that's where we have to be cautious and try to get nice risk to reward so that we can be up. What do you think about head and shoulders strategy? Depends. You don't always get head and shoulders pattern, right? And remember, head and shoulders pattern won't work unless you have other time frames in confluence, right? So if it's just forming a head and shoulders, it can get invalidated, that head and shoulders, right? A lot of the time that can happen. I'm sure we can find multiple examples where head and shoulders patterns failed a lot of the time. You know, without, especially when bias is not following it. Bro, I'm watching your A to Z full course video. We use it in all pairs. It's a personal choice what you want to trade. I like to have one Forex pair. I have one commodity and one indice. That seems to be a new mix I'm doing and I quite like it. It's pretty much hedged against all markets. So if Forex is not moving, you have commodities. If commodities is not moving, you have indices. So I like that. Do you think we'll find an entry today? Every day I come to the chart, I expect an entry, but I don't want an entry, if that makes sense. I don't need an entry, but I come here expecting to be an entry. Imagine if I knew there wouldn't be an entry today, do you think I would show up? You see what I'm saying? So that's the mindset I'm coming to the chart with. Because if I knew, okay, today there's not going to be an entry, I'm just not going to show up. And that's the beauty of a trader, is that you can have a day off when you think there's not going to be an entry. But nothing today indicates that there's no options. If there was no options, I wouldn't be able to make a plan. Think about that. So yeah. Hey Harry, I don't know if you remember me last year. I texted you on your stream that I lost so much and I'm frustrated, and you gave some gems like you should lose how much you can bear and all of that. Thanks. Now I am profitable. Amazing, bro. Congrats. Amazing. Do you reduce your lot size and swings to keep the risk 2%? Yes, you will have to reduce your lot size and swings to keep the risk percentage lower. Because swing stop losses are bigger, right? There is some Switzerland news in 25 minutes. I think volume will get going. We will see. Yes. CHF CPI we do have. How to master emotions and psychology, brother? Emotions and psychology will happen off charts. You know? Like Ann said, it takes time as well. But if you're doing any habits you do off the charts will be multiplied on the charts. So if you're impatient off charts, you're going to be multiplied of amount of impatience on the charts. So check this out. Big liquidity grab. We broke this high. We're starting to reject now. I quite like the idea of a 5-minute candle closing below here, but it's just made our stop loss even bigger now, which kind of doesn't help us. So even if this trade plays out, it's tough with stop loss now being how big has this pushed our stop loss to? Break of lows. 19 pips. What games you grind in your off time, Harry? Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike, bro. Do you think Forex will exist in 50 years? Probably the way we know it, no. Currencies will be a little bit different in 50 years for sure. It's just natural how it works. You know, but of course Forex, foreign exchange, will exist because people need to trade. What we need to be worried about more in 50 years is, I think, the heating of the earth. Started playing CS Source again, bench went up 40 kg, and you got your leg vein, huh? It's all because of that. Next level, huh? Well, this is my bicep curl. No, I'm joking. You know, I once did that. I did that for like 3 weeks. I did like 8 scoops. No, not loading phase, overdose phase. Oh, calories, huh? People also need to travel and buy things from different country. Yeah. If World War III starts, what will happen to Forex? I don't think your worries will be about Forex, to be honest. Bro, Steven going, no chill, huh? Jesus. Man's straight. First session 2025. Welcome back, bro. So here you either make money if the market moves, or either you get ripped listening to fitness talks. Yeah, everything. We have everything here. How big can your bicep get? We want as big as possible, but unfortunately genetics limit. GJ 30-minute pullback, maybe set up 3 sell. Yes, that could happen. Maybe set up 2 here as well on gold. Will we see Harry's bicep this year? 1,000 viewers on stream, you see my bicep for sure. That was the deal, right? That was the deal. I'm late. Did you take any trade? Not too late, bro. Today's back and biceps for me. What's your best bicep workouts? I want to try it out. I would say just a single arm preacher curl, man, does the job. Oh, under D, 30 euro now starts daily at 50 minute. Now what the hell are they doing? Yeah, it's very annoying, man. I don't know why they changed so bad. They said it's to improve, but I made it worse. Guys, I'm going to the toilet before this candle closes. Hopefully it doesn't happen what happened yesterday. So hopefully. Alright, looks like it doesn't want to give us the setup 2 yet. Yeah, I was looking for this candle to close bullish to give us the setup 2. Setup 2 is like a buy, but let's see the next candle. We have the next candle will be 30 minute close. Give us more confidence. 1 hour candle closing back in the range. It is closing back in the range, yes, but it's still above this support here. So if this support wants to hold, then the next candle will close back outside of the range. If not, it's just gonna do this, right? And price action hopefully will keep us safe. Check out GJ, right? Look at GJ. This is why we are fortunate not to get into any forms of sells in that scenario. It would have messed us up, which is cool to see. Respected lows. I'm very happy to see that. Waited for top wick. So yesterday there was no bottom wicks. You see that? No bottom wick, no bottom wick, no bottom wick. Today, if you didn't care about no top wick, that's it. You lost money. And that's my point, right? So one day, you know, you could see that entitles you to change your plan, and then you just give that money back today anyways. So you end up being a non-profitable trader. So even though you made money yesterday taking a buy without the bottom wick, today you just give it back. So does it even, all of that effort is really for nothing, you know? So that's super important part of that. Right now we are closing at resistance. So if this candle can close bearish, next one close above, we have buy opportunities above here for buys, right? We have opportunities for buys above there. How many people we have in here? 380. Appreciate everyone showing up. Let's try get it to 450 viewers. That's our goal. 450 viewers, and we're gonna work our way up to 1,000. And then at 1,000, I have to flex my biceps. So yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, guys, be sure to leave a like. You guys know the drill. Here, I'm a beginner planning to start trading this month. Kindly help me get a laptop, 30k shilling. I think you should get a job, if I'm being honest. And I'm not saying that in a harsh way, but what's the point of trading when you don't have money yet, man? Like, what are you gonna trade with? So you have a phone, you can learn, educate yourself, you know, show up to streams, use your free resources, but by all means, you shouldn't be investing because you don't have the money yet. You need to secure a job to start building a saving. It's impossible. You're just gonna, I'm telling you, there's a very, very high chance you'll fail if, you know, you don't have any money to trade with, right? You have to have some sort of money, because what are you gonna, even if you're buying a challenge, what are you gonna buy a challenge with? And then if you lose that challenge and it puts you in a very tough financial situation, it's not gonna help, right? You don't want to start something that puts you in a bad financial situation, right? You want to avoid that as much as possible, which you can with proper risk management. How do you know if the price is about to reverse? You will see there's actually a short on my YouTube channel. If you go to shorts, you'll see this one here. How to identify end of a pullback. So just go watch that now. You can open a new tab and open this here. How to identify end of a pullback. That basically answers your question. I know how you can reach 1,000 views. Need to give incentive. 500 views triceps, 750 views biceps, 1,000 views abs. Damn. I better start cutting then, if I have to show abs. GJ buys above 931. Yes, but we need that closure that I told you about. This candle closing bearish and the next one candle closing above. Why? Because this will give us nice opportunity. I mean, even if this candle closes above, I just don't like if it closes something like, you know, these weird type closes. These normally I notice fail quite a lot when you just get something like this. You know, next candle just closing like this. But if this candle closes bearish and the next one closes bullish above, yeah, that should work. Will also give us nice stop loss. We can manage at 98. It's only 5 pips away, so we would like a nice close. But we will also see 30-minute closer, right? Because 30-minute could just give us plain and simple setup number 2. What's your main strategy? Price action. Trade using price action. Trading really changes your mind to be better in life, makes a losing opportunity to learn. Yes, you have to have that mindset, you know. Trading is not for the faint of hearted, you know. The reason why there's so much opportunity is because of how hard it is, right? Anything that has a massive opportunity will be hard. GJ closed below on 5-minute, literally in the last 2 to 3 seconds jumped. Which 5-minute did it close below? Oh yeah, you're right. It did actually, yeah, you're right. Did close below on 5-minute. Did it jump down or did it jump up? Oh, last 2 to 3 seconds jumped down. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm not taking a sell. I'm only taking a sell if we get a close below this support that was created. I'm not too interested in 5-minute. For now, the 5 minutes actually ping-ponging, right? We go up, we go down, we go up, we go down. DAX might be able to do some business. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on DAX as well. It's coming close, yeah. Problem is, 5 is not clean, so we have to base it off a 15. Think about buy above this little 5-minute resistance. Yeah, I think we can base it on how the 15 is closing, right? Because if the 15 closes very, very clean, then we can base it off that. We will see. We would also like structure, right? A little bit of 5-minute structure won't hurt anybody. It would actually be quite nice, right? News on 20 minutes on DAX. Which news do we have today? I don't think there's any news today. No, it's clean, it's clean. This stuff I'm not worried about. This stuff I'm not worried about. What are your views on gold? I'm looking, if it creates a support here, we could actually start to look for buys if it starts to create a support, which it's not doing anything at the moment. For sells, probably going to be below this 37 spot. That's probably going to be my plan. Yo, bro, is the group open now? Oh, yes. Yes, thanks for it. Yes, the group is open. Like I said, I would open it today. So, yeah, I did update the website yesterday. Yeah. So it is open. It is open. So those who've been waiting, it's been about a month and a little bit since we opened the group. January is going to be the biggest opening for the rest of the year. I'm only going to keep it open for like, 10 spots or something. But January, a lot of people want to come in fresh. If you want a one-stop shop, this is going to be your opportunity for a one-stop shop. What I mean by this is it will allow you to basically have everything. You'll be able to trade live with me, see my New York analysis, trade live with New York, get access to all of the exclusive content. What we get in the group, yeah, I'm explaining that now. You get all of the exclusive content, you get webinars, weekly webinars, backtesting sessions together. It's a lot, man, it's a lot. Hopefully the guys in the group can vouch for that. I will ask them today to leave a review on WAP if they want to, just so I'm not keep speaking from myself, like I hate to shill it myself, but I think everyone who joined the group have enjoyed it, especially for the value. I don't think it will stay like that much longer, but here I pulled it up. You get all of this content. So this is my strategy from part 1 all the way till the advanced concepts. Advanced concepts you don't get on YouTube as they're complicated and I need to make sure people are watching things in order. On top of that, you get access to all my webinars. We have webinars every single week. You can see the topics of the webinars in the group. These are all the topics. Let me show you. Content library. This is every webinar with all the topics. You can see tons of topics. You can also see my NY plans and all of that stuff, right? So I send my plans every day for NY session for us to trade, what I'm looking for, where I'm looking to buy, where I'm looking to sell, and how, right? More importantly, how. So that's how it is. How was your last year? It was a good, man. It was good. I would say it's a consistent year. The year before was bigger in terms of percentage, but this year was good. How much did you make in terms of percent? I average 5 R per month. So R is relevant to how much I risk. I don't look at percentage because percentage of my account, I would have probably averaged maybe 9-10%, maybe sometimes 12%, but that's not relative to because I'm just risking 2-3% per trade, right? Do you trade live with the group New York session? Yes, we have a live chat. I'm just going to post screenshots of the memes from the fitness channel on the review. Yes, you can do that as well. You can. But yeah, man, if you're looking to be part of a team, change your environment, then it's open now. A lot of people have been DMing me, so please don't continue DMing me. Don't continue DMing me. This is your chance. Your chance. What pairs do you trade during NY session? We trade gold and GJ as well. Bro, I'm trying to trade for the past 1.5 years, but still unprofitable yet. Watched your video. Can I trade with you on live regularly? Yeah, you can, but that's it. You just need to step up and start learning. DAX too? No, I don't trade DAX during NY. If I'm gonna add, I'm gonna add I'm gonna add something like US 30 or something like that, maybe. Best decision I ever made joining the gang. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, hopefully we get a lot more people this year passing their funding challenges. I think for the size of the group, we're quite a small group, very controlled, very no one's gonna give you this type of attention in a group. Everyone gets attention if they want it, right? So I do definitely want to see people taking leaps and bounds this year, and I'm gonna be pushing my hardest because I find enjoyment out of that. Find enjoyment out of that when I see people succeeding. US 30 is crazy. Every day seems like a news event. Yeah, that's because of the opening, right? That's because of the opening. First time joining your live, welcome, welcome, brother. Welcome to the live. Intention meaning punching people who buy at resistance. Yes, you will get told off in a nice way, maybe most of the time, if you do stuff, because I want you to get better. And that's it. Very little is achieved in life without a great teacher or mentor. This guy is for real, not a scam. Practically everyone else joining this group is the best decision I made in Forex. So I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the kind words. I want to join exclusive, but I'll do it tomorrow morning. Hope I can still get a place. Yeah, January is going to be your best chance. It's going to be your best chance. We will have... Depends how many, people join. Depending on how many people join, that's how I will manage it. Last question, do you trade news? I don't trade news. No, I think that's a bit of gambling. The only time I will trade news is if I'm in a swing position, because you have to understand, being in a swing position, you'll have to hold through news, right? Because swing positions can last through days, and that might actually be the catalyst. That might be the catalyst. So swing positions, you're holding in news. So check this out. GJ candle here closing bearish. 30-minute is closing with quite a bit of a rejection here. So it's not the best setup 2 on the 30-minute. But if we do get the 15-minute candle leaving this zone, this is where I'll be looking for buys. Will be a classic setup 1, right? Classic setup 1. Gold has created a support here, yes. How does the 30-minute support look? Not the best. 5-minute is saying what? That's an interesting spot, this, to be honest. Weak supports formed on 30 and this, but it's still a support nevertheless. I wonder if it will be enough. Could be enough for gold. Let's see how this forms. Maybe one more bullish candle 5-minute will give us that confidence. Did we actually close above this properly? Just above. It's a tight one, boys. It's a tight one. 2 50-minute candles would be good. Gold is dangerous looking to me right now. Looks like start of a consolidation. Hopefully I'm wrong. Yeah, we just want to be a little bit... it is looking like it is, but look, if we can get a little bounce out of this zone, wouldn't be bad. I'm just seeing we're in a downtrend even on 1 minute, right? 1 minute keeps printing lower lows, lower highs. So I'm thinking maybe above this 5-minute resistance, but it might be late. Let's see how price action forms here a little bit. This 1 minute looks good if it can close bullish like that above. It didn't. See the next one. Previous 4-hour resistance can be a problem. Let's mark and see if it's actually wicking at that. If it's wicking at that, it is. Check that out. That's pretty cool, man. So it is discovering it is a problem. So this is price action. Sometimes it might be. And what's really crazy is, look, the last 2 times we've really not done anything at it. But right now we're struggling at it a little bit. You know, so a 5-minute close above there could be okay then, you know. I'm looking at DAX buys. Yeah, I'll probably be in the same boat. We have good 5-minute structure, so we need something closing above this 5-minute resistance. So probably the next 5-minute candle might do it. It's a good little call there, Ents. It's a good little call. How many trades do you take per day? 1 to 2 trades a day, man. That's all you need. That's all you need. Anyone high frequency trading, probably not going to be the most profitable model out there. DAX looks like it wants to close above here. What's this? 1 minute. 19 points to here is what? 13 points? Ouch. That's a problem with stop loss. It's a big stop loss. And we don't have the 15 close, so if we're taking it based on 5, we're taking it based on 5. So we do want it to reject this 5-minute resistance, and then the next one close above will give us smaller stop loss. So let's see that happen. Let's see that happen. Harry, why don't you consider the open close prices of the daily candle? It really affects price movement when we reach it. I have. That's what those yellow lines are. These yellow lines are daily open. I do have it. 2025 is the start of my 2nd year of trading. I noticed huge improvement from the beginning of the year. Put in the hours of learning from your channel and many others. Hopefully progress will continue. It should do, man. Keep it up. I saw one guy saying how trading is all a scam on a Reddit page, and on one day he took 128 trades. That's the problem, man. Anything someone fails at, will call it a scam, you know? That's not to say that not a lot of people scam in the industry, right? That's true. I think the reason why so many people fail at trading is because of the expectations and the information out there. It's a lot of shit information out there. And I tell you that as a fact because I was pulled into it myself. I think this is enough to take DEX. I personally want above the 5. That's my rules. Because we're not even closing above the 15-minute range on the 5-minute, if that makes sense, right? So the 5 minutes not even breaking out to the 15-minute range. If it's gonna fake out, it will fake out here. What about GJ? Yeah, GJ could close here as well in 8 minutes. 8 minutes, you could have a potential of a close. That would be an option for sells, right? So a few setups happening here. If you're gonna sell on the 5-minute, I'll probably say it's gonna be safer to sell below this 5-minute support based on a 5-minute. Great call on DAX about the 4-hour clutch move. True, some people can't accept a 100-day profit day, but they can accept working a job to get $100 a day, greedy in trading skills. Yeah, man, like, you know, why do people complain? Like, imagine you make $20 in 15 minutes of trading, but $20 an hour in a job, it's like, okay, you know, like put it into perspective. 2 minutes for this candle to close. Let's see how this candle closes here in 2 minutes. Can chill around here would be good. 1 minute come back to create structure will give us that wick. So we wanted kind of to chill here. Seems like if today just starts going like this, the only way to enter, I say, is this 1 minute close right here. I was not planning a 1 minute trade today. That was not in my plan, a 1 minute trade. But sometimes when DAX moves very fast, 1 minute can only be the option. I took the DAX by close above 5 minute structure for me. Yeah, maybe it's my broker that's gone wrong. Let's have a look. I hope not, because that would be unfortunate. No man, on my broker this 100% close below. This would be breaking a planned long-term unprofitable trade. Like definitely on broker this is a confirmed non-breakout trade. Clear. Morning, Harry. What's the promo code for sign up? Sign up of what? So let's see how this candle. This is definitely an hour breakout candle. So if the next candle give us thunderstorm or something like that, we should be good to go. Obviously not going to rip it at the highs of this candle. Wow, look at GJ. Very interesting that support there on GJ. Spread big on DAX? No, my spread is pretty much chill. Membership, there's no promo code for membership, man. It's already very, very cheap. $1.8 per day. Trust me, you're not going to find anything like that out there. Maybe DAX, if it's going to keep trending like this, push out, we could look for 1 minute structure. I did this as well. This is a 1 minute strat. It would work here, but we need the structure to come through, right? Because even on a 1 minute, I can't enter. That's the lowest time frame I'm going to trade on breakouts like this. That's also not a common scenario. It's more a scenario to capitalize off a move happening. The only way I can do that is if we get 1 minute structure. If there's no 1 minute structure, then I'm just like, any trade I take would be a FOMO trade, which I don't do. SL on a DAX? Nothing yet, man. We have to see. What's your spread on DAX right now? 50 points. Well, no. 0.5 points. Not 50 points. 50 points would be insane. Where can I join the membership? I'll post the link for you, bro. Don't worry. here. My spread better this year. FGMO 1.6 on DAX 1.6. So what? It says 160. It's a lot. $320 is nuts. It's 3 points. $18 pip SL with ideal close 10 pip B on GJ. Yeah. Is it a 10 pip BE? 5 pips to key level. 11 pips to that zone there. You can probably get away with a 15 pip. 15 pip SL. We have 1 minute structure. Yeah, you might as well wait 40 seconds for the 15-minute close on DAX as well. Unless you just take this one here right before the 15 close. Where's that 5-minute resistance? We're coming to it, huh? See if GJ closes above here. No, GJ is not closing above. What is gold doing? Gold is closing back inside of the range, tight range here. But we need time to check gold. Give us some time. What is that? 27 pip stop loss? Pretty deep stop loss, man. Sells below there. How did GJ do? GJ failed to close above. No top wick on this candle. GJ dumping there. So let's see what happens. In the exclusive, amazing, bro. Welcome, welcome. Harry, no offense, I'm a fan of your work. Love to hang out your channel. Looks like you prefer to enter at a breakout, which makes it a breakout strategy. Price action is very accurate for analysis. I don't know how that's offensive. I wouldn't consider that offensive. So gold close above here would mean buys as well. Yeah, so this is going to be the plan so far. In ICT world, breakout traders are offensive, really? Depends what you consider breakout trading, right? Does this have a wick on my broker? No. Man, GJ. Is there a chance we can sell gold? There is a chance, but you know, stop loss has to be above the 15-minute candle. So your break even is going to be the 30-minute support, which is about 6 pips away if you were to do some measuring. A little bit, yeah, about 8 pips away. If this support wasn't here, yeah, this is a pretty simple sell. It's just, if you measure, let's say we get a close below here, it's like a 21, yeah, you're still not really solving anything. It's just you're very close to the support. If we're going to get a rejection, it will come from here. You know, it will come from here. Depends how hard we can push it right now. Can we push it just for a couple of pips and then see what happens? The sad thing is that let's say we just get a reaction here at like 9 pips. It comes stop us out, break even, and then continues. But at the same time, if it rejects here and starts to be the start of the reversal, you kind of don't want to be involved as well, right? DAX pushing hard, eh? This candle closed below. You see your DAX trade, what you did? I'm not sure what resistance you are considering here. Depends what resistance you are considering here. Because for me, this is buying right into this resistance, buying into this resistance, nothing close above 15, same on broker. The only trade I can see right now on DAX, guys, but it's a risky one, is this 1 minute break of high here. I mean, I was even looking at your entry here on broker and it looks drastically different. Look at 5 minute on broker here. If we look at this, if we were to draw a line where the 5 minute is, and you see just like how that form, wait, let's just put a line here. Look at this, we have this resistance here on 5 minute. This is the first resistance here on 5 minute. You can see it closed below heavily. So me looking at Tradingview and looking at broker, it's nothing closed above even the most recent resistance. So I couldn't argue that, even if I'm like, no matter if I'm looking at my broker and Tradingview, like if I lost that, I know exactly why. Because yeah, there is an argument, fine, we can try get to the 5 minute resistance, especially with broker looking a little bit different, but that candle didn't close above this resistance for me. How's GJ doing? I mean, if it can chill here for 8 minutes, there's still a sell opportunity. Still a sell opportunity. We shall see, we shall see. Yeah, only way to get into DAX right now is 1 minute. Is it true that DAX was the first break of structure? No, it's not, because nothing closed above structure. I don't see where the structure is broken here. The structure was right here. This is where, and arguably on the 5 minute, that's your structure where this green box was. Not green box, this gray box, sorry. This gray box is arguably where your structure actually is. The only way to enter DAX right now is if this 1 minute flips and re-breaks high. But you're taking a 1 minute trade. How big is that stop loss? 8. I mean, it's possible, it's possible. Problem is, if you get stuck before London Open, you're in trouble. Couple of minutes away. Can I draw? Yeah, you can draw. Yeah, but then do you ignore all of this 30-minute resistances up here? Do you ignore all of the 1 hours as well? Do you ignore the 15s? So do they never become relevant? That would be the question, right? Like, how many times have we taken a buy when it actually has closed above structure? The time it didn't today is the time you start to argue why it did make sense, which you'll always find a reason, right? Because let's say this never continued and failed, what would you have done? Right? Would you have even considered it? No, you would have said, yeah, it was right today to have the mindset that we didn't close above here and didn't close above here. That is why we failed here. But since today continued above here, you make the argument that, okay, we closed above here. We closed above here, which was the catalyst. But this is still a question. It's still a question. Because if this failed here, you would have never even considered that. Because you don't see the outcome. So then you're just trading hindsight right now, right? Trading hindsight that, okay, it played out. This is the reason why. Of course, there will always be a reason why. You know? But how can we know that before taking the trade 90% of the time? Or 80 or 70 to make a profitable strategy? GJ? Yeah, GJ is a potential, but we have to wait around 4 minutes here. 4 minutes for the candle to close. Let's see. Give me a sec, I'll be back. GJ, this is setup 3 on 30 minute right now. Yep. If you're looking at the 30 minute setup 3, then you would be triggered there. You're right. You'd be triggered. 23 pips stop loss. You have 23 pips to the key level as well. You'd be triggered there. Yep. So gold came down and rejected. So if we took gold here, we'd be out, maybe not even get out at break even, man. Maybe not even the chance, because maybe I wouldn't have considered this tapped. Depends how 1 minute formed. Yeah, pretty tough 1 minute formation. That's why we didn't want to take it like that. GJ, 5-minute thunder? No, setup 3. Setup 3 was the one. Setup 3 on 30-minute was the one. But didn't see that. Gold setup 4. No, you'd just be looking for the setup 1. The setup 1 would be a close above the resistance because we're not closing back. It would be, yeah, I guess if you call that a setup 4, yes. But you just want to close back inside the range. GJ is still valid if it can stay here though. If it can stay here, it's still somewhat valid. We just need a good top wick. We can probably get away with stop loss above 5-minute high. Shouldn't need to break that to continue down. Break even around these zones here. So let's see how the candle opens here. Making a top wick here. 1 hour good close. Yeah, I think we can get away with stop loss above the 5. I'm gonna give that a shot. Sell once we break the lows. Stop loss above the 5. If it just fakes out back in the range, we'll look at something else. Congrats, Mirko. Where's your TP for GG? I'll be looking to get down to key level and see what's up at key level. If we can push through, then I'll probably TP after that. If we can't push through that, then I'll just leave it. Right, so it's depending if we can push through or not. So we'll see. Gold didn't close above here. 30-minute closed, interesting close here. 1 hour also interesting close. 1 hour is breaking the high though. I would have said maybe a 5-minute close above here. Wonder if we took on 30, but we'll see on GJ if this can flip. This is my stop loss will now have to be adjusted a little bit higher. 18 pips now. I don't want it much higher than that, to be honest. Let's see if it flips or not. It is struggling to flip, but we're definitely getting a good top wick. Just need the London volume to come in and then dump this price. If 5-minute closes above this resistance here, I'll have to reconsider my entry. Because now we're breaking structure again. On flip for Wakefield plus continuation, you could, yeah. 34 seconds. 4 pip difference. I rather a little bit extra confirmation. So we could get a thunderstorm here. Continue price towards the downside. All right, that triggered me there. Got a good fill. There was a top wick on this. I was looking at that. I didn't check my broker, but it's too late now. I've been filled. Let's zoom in on broker. Yeah. It's okay, I'm still up. Nice. Since there's no top wick, I am going to be slightly more aggressive. Maybe once we tap this rejection wick here or something. Which we almost tapped on my broker. Did we tap that on my broker? No, very close to it. Once we re-break low, I can probably be at least mental break even. Yeah. All right, gonna be mental break even around here. See if we can get the drive to 500. I'll look to maybe, we'll see how we react at 500, 15 pips up. And then based on the reaction at 500, we'll see. Hopefully we can get there first. That would be great. We shall see, we shall see. Hopefully this can reject now, though it's going to stop me break even. Needs to reject right now, right now, right now. Come on, price, reject. Okay, I'm survived it so far. Okay, okay. So basically, if this breaks its 1 minute high here, this will stop me out break even. So hopefully we can survive it and continue on downwards. Otherwise, I'll be out. This trade plan normally not in your plan? No, because it's based on a 15-minute. It's okay. Ah, that would have stopped. That's let's check. Yeah, that stopped me out break even here, guys. Unfortunately, I had my stop loss there at break even. This 1 minute has no wick, so I think it can flip if you've not been stopped out break even. Maybe it can flip, maybe you can give it a little bit more of room, it's up to you. But I went on the safer side, I got stopped out break even. And that's it for me. Now watch this melt. Since I'm out, it should melt. That's how the rules work, yeah, check that. you know. So if you're still holding, hold it, Harry. Yeah, I dragged my stop loss. But we'll see. Maybe it still end up, because now I would for sure be break even anyway. So we will see. It's okay though. I'm happy to give this a shot, you know. I was really expecting the continuation after it rebroke its 1 minute low, get a London Open type melt. But let's see how this ends up forming. I'm interested to see. You know, I do still trust my plan though, but I wanted to play it safer. Maybe that's a bad idea. Who knows? We will see. Just retested 1 minute wicks. Yeah, once I saw it retested, then reject and re-break its own low, that's when I decided to move it, and I moved my stop loss. I gave it the chance to test it. Yes, based on 50 minute, but still looks bad. But what are you taking the trade on? You taking a trade on a 50 minute or a 5 minute? Because then you will say the same thing for 1 minute, right? Every 1 minute candle that opens with no top wick and bottom wick, you say it looks bad. So it's not always the worst thing, man. It's not always the worst thing. As long as you're basing your trade, like, look, this is where you might make a mistake. Yeah, okay, 5 minute might not have the best top wick or top wick at all, but look at this. 1 hour has, 30 minute has, 15 minute has. Like, what are you going to do next? After 5 minute has a top wick, you're going to check if 1 minute has a top wick. It becomes too much, you know? It happens a lot, you know? Because since my trade was based on 1 hour, 30 minute and 50 minute close, that's 3 closes that I don't have to be too worried about. Key level, yeah, you should be securing if it starts to reject 500 if you're still in. How many people still in YouTube chat? Let me know. Let's see. How many people still in? I wonder. Maya's still in, alright. Still in, few people still in. Okay. If you're still in, then I think at this point it would be safe not to let this trade loose. You could also look to manage the trade. If you just don't want to take a break-even trade, you can also look to manage the trade something like this. This is a management plan, okay? This will mean if you manage it like this, you will lose, right? You will lose if you manage it like this. If price comes up here and you see it close above this resistance, I would cut the trade. If not, you could just sit at break even here and be happy, relaxed, stress-free, right? That's your two options you have right now. So you either manage the trade, but there's no reason you should take a full loss, right? No need to take a full loss here. Many people are still in, so make sure you're not taking a full loss. We also tapped into this 5 minute zone here. You see this 5 minute zone, we just tapped it. So we could start to get rejection and that might lead to the upside, right? Again, watch key level is going to be the major target. Win is a win. Just pull out. Well, I mean, you can follow the plan. I mean, if you're happy with your profits, it's up to you. That's your management. 13 pips profit. I probably would not have closed at 13 pips. Minimum I'm closing in this trade is going to be at 500. 500 is the minimum I'm closing. I'm not closing less than 500 because it wouldn't make sense for me to take the trade in the first place if I'm just going to break my plan and close early. If it rejected, would you consider buying above 940? 940 is late. 940 is late. You'd want to be looking to get in somewhere maybe with change of structure from down here to continue up. You see what I'm saying? You're break even now? Yeah, that makes sense. I would agree with being break even. There's no reason to lose this trade right now. On my broker, tap 500 perfectly. Let me check what mine is saying. I'll let you know if that's the same on mine. Mine's 510. 510 on broker. 510, 513. You closed here. I would say leave minimum 500, guys. 500. That's the way you should be closing, because you don't want, there you go. Look, now you can basically get your one-to-one pretty much. There it is. Boom. So that's it. Hit, man. Congrats. Nice. That is nice. That's nice to see. Probably for me more on the safer side, but I'm always like that in January. W to you in chat if you took that. Congrats, congrats. Those who held, don't be greedy, I would say. Even though it still can continue down, you know, it's a good thing to not be greedy, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna start the log for 2025. So this is a winning trade, but for me, I got out break even. So that's just my result that I'll put here in the journal. I just like to be risk adverse when it comes to first trades. Got out a little bit wrong side B. I got out following you. No need to do that. If you get out following your entry, right? So wherever you get triggered is where you need to be getting out. I can't see your terminal, of course. So I can't guide if it's going to be at break even or not for you. Time was that? It was 12:05. Let's see. Nice. Good close, man. Good close. Pretty sniper, to be honest. I don't think you can... Yeah, I agree with that close. It's not a bad close. Didn't hold too long. Started to get greedy. It's okay. That was good. We should have given it some room to play out. Depends on your risk tolerance, right? If it lost, everyone would have been saying you shouldn't have held that, right? It depends on your personal risk tolerance. I'm not here to decide your risk tolerance. For me, I decided obviously to go the risk adverse way. But if you don't know me already, that is the way I like to trade, right? I'm very much like that. I like to take more of a risk adverse approach. I'm thinking, yeah, the only way is I just let it go and draw down and say, okay, fine, I'm accepting this here. The way I can manage is if something closes above here. Yeah, I think that would have been a cool way to do it. But hey, first trade, I'm going to be risk adverse. I'm just like that. It's just naturally how I am. But this is my point. We planned this from very early on in the session, looking for the close below, not FOMOing in before. Right? Trying to take some sneaky bullshit here. 5-minute closes, trying to be tricky with price. Like, look how many times the 5-minute closes would have messed you up. I would even consider here it was a little bit difficult, this 5-minute close. I mean, it did have the London Open pullback. London Open pullbacks could be a problem, you know. London Open pullback sometimes a problem. Overall, pretty standard for me. Pretty standard. No rush here for me. I'll get my cleaner move. Harry, how do you handle going extra safe once the trade goes as per plan? You couldn't make use of it? Because I made that decision to go extra safe, you see? Because if I never made the decision to go extra safe, then I'm giving my trade full opportunity. So it's up to me to decide to be happy with any outcome that that happens if I decide to be extra safe. If you don't want to be extra safe, then you just leave the trade to do its thing. Like, remember, at the end of the day, I'm trading here for me. I'm not trading for stats. I'm not trading for hype. I'm trading for me, and I'm the one putting the risk on, you know? Although the year just started, but ignoring the year, I'm asking a point of view considering every trade, single trade separate. It is, right? Based on the scenario. Based on the scenario. The point is that we saw a plan play out, good volume came in, and this is information for me. I have the whole year to be paid. I'm not worried about one break even on my side. That was a winning trade. I will take that information and use that. You know, GJ has been quite difficult last year. This shit could have easily reversed London Open, continue the higher time frame bullish bias. So I'm avoiding that situation. You know? Simple as that. And I like to do it like that, you know? And if you're happy to say, okay, I'm happy to hold this trade, no problem. I don't mind taking SL. I trust Harry's idea. The plan makes sense, which it should most of the time. You can give it a shot as well, which other people did. And that's the beauty of learning the strategies. You can make your decisions based on risk tolerance. I'm going to go extra risk tolerance in the beginning of the year, you know. Beginning of the year, I always go extra risk tolerance. It's just how I work. Because go and see my stats from January last year. You'll see how it is, right? You can go investigate that for yourself. I looked at last year's stats and I could see a lot of inconsistency in those stats. So how can I fix that? You know? That's what I'm doing this year. I don't know if you guys know this. You won't know this. I didn't tell you, but I went and watched back these trades. I went into the stream and watched back these trades. I did that. One night I just sat there and I watched back these trades and see what I could improve. And what I could improve on is that before, and this is what I noticed, right? This is a huge, huge thing. Before January, in December, I came off a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trade win streak. Confidence was very high. 5 trade win streak. 6 trade win streak, sorry. Actually, how many trade win streak is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trade win streak. I was in a 7 trade win streak on the last 2 months, right? So, well, month basically together. Couple of days. But I was on a 7 trade win streak, no losses. So confidence was very high. What did I notice in these trades? This I held longer than I should have. This trade I also held longer than I should have. These trades I didn't hold. You know, I was just messed up my month because of these 2 trades. My first 2 trades were break even, loss. So you have to learn from that. What did I learn? Confidence was too high. Maybe market wasn't ready. Do I know that today that this is going to be the same case? No. Do I still take a trade? Of course I do. Do I want to be more risk adverse on my side? Yes, because I'm applying what I learned last year. Did it play out? Good. That just gives me more confidence in what we're doing. It's just more of a benefit right now, you know? So realistically, it's really good. Very, very, very good. In which situations we just ignore the 5-minute, base it off 15-minute every time you're taking it based on 15. Ask yourself this question. What was this trade based on? Hi, I just met you, but you're a goat. Thank you, bro. Do I analyze once a month? We analyze every day. Make sure to leave a like on the stream for the free value though. I would appreciate that. You know, 5 minutes is not a time frame you need to be fixated on unless you're taking a trade based on the 5 minute. 100%. If you're taking a trade based on the 5 minute, yeah, be fixated on it. You know, if you're taking the trade based on 15 minute, then the 5 minute doesn't matter at all because the trade is based on 15. Can you see DAX real quick? Sure. Yeah, DAX left a long rejection wick here on the 15. The open gave a big move up. Tapping the 4-hour. Maybe buys above this 177 level. Would make sense. Above here. Back above the 50-minute res. See what I'm saying? I would look for that. For you, what is the best thing to trade when we just bought a 5K prop firm? I think you wasted money on that prop firm without proper education. If you don't know what to trade yet and you don't have a focus pair, you're not ready to pass a prop firm challenge. And even if you use that prop firm challenge for improvement, which is totally fine, and I do hope you pass once you apply yourself, you're not going to be doing focused. You're not going to be doing focused improvement and focused learning because you don't have an overall plan, you don't have a guideline. You need to have an overall plan and guideline. Very important. I can't tell you how important it is. Why? Because if you're just doing random stuff and don't have focused stuff, then that's how it is. You know what I mean? It's just going to be a waste of time because you're just going to end up going in circles. So I'd say invest time. First of all, that's the number one thing, is invest time into making sure you're doing a focused analysis, maybe a focused pair, all of that type of stuff. And then if you're going to invest money, then maybe invest money into furthering developing your skills, right? Not buying prop firm challenge hoping to pass without that, because you're just going to frustrate yourself, especially if you really want to pass. Like, I don't mind people buying prop firm challenges if they follow a plan, they're focused, ready to learn, and then fail that prop firm. No problem. You tried your best, you learned a lot of things, you made mistakes, fix it and move on. Let's see what gold did during the session. Very interesting push up here. Now for an entry on gold, I would have looked for this 15 to close above here if I was going to take an entry on gold. That would have been my entry there. But nice to see that buy idea actually end up playing out. You know, one thing, if I'm a little bit more locked in, was actually just going impulsively break of high, but stop loss would be a bit big. Let's see if it would have even given 33 for 32. Okay, it's not that bad. We do have enough volume to continue that. That's not that bad. That's not the worst. My plan on DAX, because DAX can still run here for another 30 minutes or so, is going to be to look for buys above here. But I probably take that off stream. Maybe I'll be with the guys in the exclusive or something, because I'm going to wrap up stream here. Going to keep it nice and concise. So if those DAX buys do come, I will post it in the exclusive, not the exclusive, in the in my trades here, Harry's trades. You can see how I took it, where I closed, how I managed, or maybe I lose the trade. You'll see that as well. Let's go. GJ sells took while. Really advise newcomers intermediate. Let's go. Nice one, bro. Congrats. And yeah. W in the chat if you took that GJ sell and held it. Congrats. So yeah, that's it. Hope you guys did enjoy. Hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up from here. Take care, guys, and catch you hopefully tomorrow. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Big more pips. Nice start. Yesterday we looked at this at the price movement. Today we were able to actually execute on something which feels good. Always feels good to take a trade, get back into the swing of things, and let's run it up this year. Good start. Nice price action already, which is good to see. So when can we have these streams again? Tomorrow. Catch you tomorrow, hopefully. So I'll catch you guys then. Take care, and hopefully speak to you guys soon. Leave a like before you leave. Peace. See you guys.